Hi guys, so today's video is a bit of a ramble thing. I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going with this, but yeah. I want to talk about being a teenager. I am 24, which means that I am very much outside of the teenage circle. To be completely honest, I've never felt like I was in any sort of circle. When I was a child, I did not really feel like a child. Now that I am what you would call a young adult, I don't really feel like one, but I felt comfortable in being a teenager. Like for me, those years are years of friendship, of discovering myself, of adventure, laughter, going to school and then seeing my friends after school and just spending so much time together. Feeling so strong because you have this very strong and amazing circle of friends. Just living in this quiet town near the beach where we could just go whenever we wanted to. I was online as well and discovering so many things, and we would go see concerts with my friends. It was just like really a great time of my life. When I sort of got out of being a teenager, I just had this very sort of limbo moment in my life when I had depression and social anxiety, and I dropped out of university and I was alone in Paris, and it just feels like a black hole, honestly. I don't even really remember that time of my life very much. I guess if you were to compare it with something, even though I've never been drunk, it would be to this moment when you're drunk and you kind of know what you were doing and you have recollections of what was happening and people have told you, and you have like tangible memories, like perhaps notes or pictures or movies or whatever, but for you it just doesn't feel real. I feel much more, I suppose, connected to who I was and what was happening when I was a teenager, that in those years like 19, 20, 21 when I was in Paris. I've never really been good at socializing with people my age. I feel like it's becoming a lot more obvious right now because I just feel like I have nothing in common with people this age. I just feel like we really don't share much. Because of the internship that I'm doing, I'm constantly around teenagers. My sister is 21, and even online I have a few friends who are like 20, 21. I just realized I just don't hang out with people my age. Like either people that are way older than me or people who are younger than me. It's a bit of a bizarre realization to just see that most of your interactions with humans or human beings are with people who are quite significantly younger than you. People most of the time really look down, I suppose, on teenagers, and I just don't really understand that because, quite frankly, I feel like I have way more meaningful discussions and relationships with teenagers and kids, or people, kids, yeah, like 12, 11 even, compared to people my age. Like, I've met people my age. I meet constantly people my age, but the thing is I just don't want to hang out with them and I don't want to keep having a relationship with them. It always feels to me like the conversations are empty. Like I feel like we're talking but we're not saying anything to each other. When, for example, when I talk with the teenagers that I teach French to, it is a complete different story with people that are younger than me, or at least those teenagers, and I think it's really not only them, because I see that online as well. There is this sort of honesty that I cannot really find whenever I'm exchanging with people my age or people that are a bit older, like 25, 26. Whenever we meet, it's like we have to put on a mask and play this game and pretend that we don't know what's happening, but we're like sort of testing each other, and we're going through those standard and already pre-made sentences and sort of patterns of discussions and getting to know each other, which are just boring most of the time, and that leave me sort of feeling I just don't have the desire to see those people again usually. And it's always like those people somehow expect something from you, especially guys, for me, because they see me as a girl, so possibly someone they could have sex with or someone they could have a relationship with. It never feels natural and never feels very sincere. And I realized teaching those teenagers and being with them almost every day and getting to know some of them a lot more personally, that I just really liked the honesty, the sincerity, and the straightforwardness, and the benevolent sort of attitude that they have. I feel comfortable around them, and it's just bizarre because I just don't feel comfortable around I mean, I do feel comfortable around some of the people that work there and that are older than me or around my age, but I feel the most comfortable with the students. At first I was like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something bizarre or off with me that I enjoy spending time with 16 years old or like 17 years old? Because I'm 24, like it's it's 8 or 7 years. The gap is quite consequent, I suppose you could say. Yet for me, even though I do feel slightly older when I'm with them, it doesn't change anything, because whenever I meet people, usually I just feel disconnected from them. And I suppose I felt disconnected because I could never really, I don't know, there's something missing. See that being so reduced when I'm with teenagers, or yeah, teenagers, because I think most people just don't really give a lot of credit to their thoughts and their opinions and ideas and dreams, and I do. I come to them and I just feel like I don't see you as a teenager, I don't see you as someone who is younger than me, I see you as an individual, as a person, and I'm listening to you and I'm exchanging with you. And when you engage in that sort of way with people, especially people at that age, I think you have amazing encounters and exchanges, and you can be really surprised. Yeah, all of these things sort of made me be confused, especially because I became friend, like really friend, or I mean quite close with one of the students, and he's like 16, and I was like, fuck, am I bizarre? Am I wrong for just enjoying being around someone who's 16 and hanging out with someone who's 16? I feel like kids and teenagers really look at you, like really you, like the person that you are. And I'm not saying that in a patronizing way, like, teenagers are all the same, kids are all the same, and I'm like above them and thinking, oh my god, they're quite good. No, because I just feel like there's no big difference between them and me. The only difference is that I've been through things because of the time that I have lived more than them, and I've been through difficult experiences that they might not have experienced yet, and I've had a few realizations that they haven't had yet, but that's it. Like, that's honestly just it. I think perhaps people would gain a lot of things from just listening a lot more to teenagers and to kids. And I never thought I'd be someone to say that, because I used to say I didn't like kids. And I was, when I was a teenager, I just didn't feel anything towards teenagers. I was just like, whatever. But yeah, the more I grow up, the more I realize, I don't want to say that adults are just fake, because that's such a teenage thing to say. And that's not true. Many adults are amazing. One of the most amazing and true and just inspiring person I know is 42, soon to be 43. And my parents are definitely inspiring and true and raw people. But very, very frequently, the people that I meet that are my age or a bit older are just quite fake. And I don't think it's because they're bad people or they're inherently that way. I just think it's society. When you grow up, you are made to believe that you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to say that, to like that, to behave that way. Those things are not meant for you anymore. Those things are too childish, or those things are not cool anymore. You just end up losing so much of yourself, and so many things get lost as well in the relationship that you have with people. That was a little bit of a random ramble. I just don't really know what I wanted to say with that. I guess if there's something to just get from this, is that, don't disregard people just because of their age, and don't disregard their opinions, their ideas, and what they say or what they believe in. And don't lose the connection with the persons that you used to be as well, because there's something to be learned in this connection, and just always remembering what you used to be like, what you used to say, to believe in, and sometimes picking those things up again can really be beneficial. I'm curious, guys, what are your thoughts on that? How old are you? Can you relate or not relate at all? Yeah, I hope this was interesting, and I hope you enjoy watching it. I will talk to you really soon, guys. Bye.